Hello there, my name is Filiosa DM. This is going to be the first video of my channel where I talk about D&D and anything else really I get my mind to. I just thought I'd start by showing off my campaign world. This is the continent of Villia and located on the planet of Sikethra. Now, I can't draw maps to save my life, so therefore I use a map generator. It makes my life a lot easier and I can edit things as I go in. Now, as you can see, it's separated by three different countries. This one, obviously, Kingdom of Oxbreak, that's full of humans. It's a very lakey, hilly place. It's very much based on England. Um, and it's mostly humans. There are some Aarakocra owl in there. Very kind of royalty, essentially. At the top there, you got the Otar Triumvirate. That is your stereotypical elven kingdom. Um, Full of forests, full of all the magical races that I can think of. You got your fairies there, you got your furbolg, and it's a triumvirate, so it's run by three separate people. Lastly, you've got the Holy Empire of Gunderden, which, admittedly, is no longer the Holy Empire, because I forgot about that. It's just the Empire of Gunderden now. That is a technological place. They found an item called Arcanite, which allowed them to generate magic and generate technology through the magic. Um, they have a wonderful city called Umbab, which my players enjoyed. I killed them with a dragon, but that's another story. And it's quite a desolate place. There was a blight some 200 years previously, which kind of wiped out the entire place, leaving very few. Now, my campaign world, oh well, the name of my campaign is called Ashen Skies. Um, it was set that way purely because there were two volcanoes here around about a mountain range called Duskaga Fell, um, taking inspiration from the naming conventions of the Aragon books. And originally they were spewing ash in the sky, making it so it was dark for everyone and the undead could therefore move around freely. Because in my world, there was a certain character by the name of Masaki Teta, who was a necromancer. However, they have the properties of the undead where whenever the sunlight comes, they turn to ash and they return back to where they spawned, essentially. Um, so it was named Ashen Skies for the spewing of the volcanoes. Right, next up, I am going to introduce my four lovely party members. They're called the Countess's Chosen, shortened down to Chosen, and I'll get on that now. Alrighty, so first up we have Alec. They're your stereotypical paladin, making sure no one kills anyone and will not accept money for anything they deem to be dubious. They have an interesting assortment of weapons. They have a tendency of picking up everything because they can. They have a little diadem on their head because they were accosted by, in my game, the god of chaos, who has a tendency of speaking into people's minds and trying to twist them to their whims. Um, Alec's lovely god Elnath gave them a means to protect them from this, and therefore made it so they were free to do what they want without fear of repercussion. Alrighty, we're on to our second party member. Their name is Gunter. They are a wizard warlock of the Memory Wizard and a genie warlock. The Memory Wizard was a subclass I found online on GM Binder, I believe, and I quite like the look of it. And having given it to my player, they like the look of it as well. They are your stereotypical adventurer. They run into any situation and use their magical ability to try and get around those situations. Having caught, however, they have caused the near deaths of many of their party members due to this. They are an archaeologist. So any means of finding magical items, bits of history, they will run in. With their gem being, well, with their gem, which holds the genie, being one of the things they found during being an archaeologist. Having now left their previous organisation, they spend most of their time running into any sorts of dangers and trying to find items and find things of interest. Thirdly, here we have Mindira. They are a monk barbarian, and they are a more recent addition to the party. They joined after a large battle in the city of Umbab that I mentioned previously. They were under orders by their organization to find the other members of the Chosen, and upon finding them, decided to go with them to repair the generators within Umbab. Having completed that, and then having fought off most of the undead army within Umbab, they were ordered essentially to tag along with the party. They are no nonsense. They won't take any crap from anyone, and they are a person of very few words. Now, lastly, we have Moana. Moana is an elven cleric. To be precise, she is a grave cleric. She is the race, technically, reborn. Due to circumstances in her backstory, she awoke in the body of this elf. Previously, she was a firbolg. She is a interesting cleric in terms of if there's a choice between healing and killing. Healing is the option, I would say 90% of the time. With their favourite spell that they use quite often, inflict wounds. They're a very powerful character. They have a tendency of using the most powerful spell straight away, and spell conservation is very slowly coming into it. But that is my entire group in my lovely world here. This isn't the first campaign I run, but this is the first campaign that's actually gone longer than a year. We're almost at the 2 year mark. Um, Everyone in the campaign is level 9, and they are currently in hell, trying to free the Lacage, who is the god of death that our player Moana follows. No one quite knows why Lacage was imprisoned, but they're hoping to find out. But all right, well, that was my first ever video. I hope everyone enjoyed. If I'm gonna be doing some more. And yeah, hope everyone has a good day. Bye bye.